It's Evelyn from Magellan College Counseling, and I'm taking the opportunity to meet with all of the counselors in our practice and give you a little bit of a feel for how they got to doing what we do, and also a little bit about their expertise. So I asked Fay Taragan to come talk with me today, and she's going to talk to us for a moment about how she got here, how she developed her interest in college counseling, and she has some really great experience working with performing arts students, and she's going to talk to us about the difference between a BA and a BFA. So thank you, Fay, for coming to talk to me today, and tell us a little bit about how you got here, how you decided to become a college counselor.
I spent 5 years developing and running an employment retention program for a nonprofit that was working with low income and disadvantaged women who had, for a variety of reasons, lost their jobs and were struggling to get back into the workforce. And at the same time, many of those women were also raising kids who were beginning to look at their futures. And while I was doing that, I had my own student who was in high school and looking at her future. And as I saw the disparity between the attention she was getting in trying to look at what courses she was taking and what colleges she might want to attend, I saw that the women that I was working with in the employment retention program didn't have anyone to support them or their students, their children, in that same pursuit. So after my own daughter went successfully through the college admissions process, I decided to learn more about the profession of college counseling and enrolled myself in the UCLA program and spent the time to actually take the coursework and earn my certificate so that I could then be able to provide that kind of guidance and direction for the women that I had been meeting and working with in the employment retention program, and also for other students and their parents anywhere in the country. So here I am.
Fabulous, fabulous. So talk to us a little bit about the difference between a BA and a BFA. A lot of students who are performers see their future as performing, and they don't always understand the difference between these two options.
Right. So someone I know who was in the entertainment field once said, "It is very important to be a smart actress." So when you're looking at colleges, you're looking at not just where can I get the performance training, but where can I get the academic advancement, and where can I get the growth and maturity that I'll need to be a successful performer on all levels and successful in life. So when you look at any program, you're looking at where the curriculum of the program on top of the fit of the college. So a BFA is typically what's called a conservatory type program, and almost 100% of the courses are often centered around the performing arts. Most of them are heavily centered around theater as opposed to acting for the screen, but there are a few BFA programs that are specifically targeted at students who want to act only for film and TV. So the conservatory ones are giving you training in everything from body movements to vocals to sword fencing. Almost all of the programs almost all of the courses are designed around something that's specific to the acting career or something within the theater. A BA program, on the other hand, often has a better balance between performing arts courses and liberal arts courses and even other academic areas like science and math and languages. So part of what a student really needs to think about is, how much of my time do I want to spend immersed in the training aspect of being an actor versus having some opportunities to explore other interests that I might want to even eventually combine with my performing arts. But one thing's for sure, going back to my first point, if you're asked to audition for Romeo and Juliet, and you've never heard of Romeo, you're probably not going to be as effective in that audition. So even just taking those English classes to be well read in classics and Shakespeare becomes very valuable to you as an actor.
Right. So it's funny, I actually worked with a musical theater student who actually was a fencer before high school. So that's kind of funny that you said that. A lot of times performers want to know, can I get the BFA but minor in something else? Is that possible or not at all?
And the answer, as is true with almost every question in college counseling, is it depends. It depends on the university, and it depends what you come into the university with. So oftentimes, if you are pursuing a BFA, the demands of the coursework and the rehearsals and the separate projects outside of the classroom are almost literally 24/7, giving you no time to pursue another course. And in some cases, the university won't even allow a student to pursue other coursework in another major or minor. That being said, if you come into the university with some college credits to begin with, meaning you've either got IB or AP credit, or you took some college classes during high school, then you're sort of a little bit ahead of the game. If you're also willing to take a few classes during the summer months, it may in fact be possible to pursue at the least a minor and maybe a major in another area of study while also getting the BFA. Again, it depends on the university, and it also depends on whether or not you're determined to complete your education in 4 years. It just might not be possible within those 4 years to do both.
So how, if I'm a performer and I think that performing is really what I want to do with my life, how do I decide if a BA or a BFA is the right program for me? Not an individual school, but just the degree, which degree is right for me?
It really comes down to your level of passion for acting. If you really believe there's just nothing else you want to do but act, let's say you're musical theater, you just don't want to do anything but act, sing, dance, and that's how you spend all of your free time and have spent all of your free time for most of high school. And in the summer months even, that's what you do. You go to and you perform in local theater, you go to a program at another school. But if that is the only thing you ever want to do, you probably want the BFA. But if you also have other interests, if you like going to the football games, if you like being a part of the environmental club at school, if you like hanging out with your friends and just going to their parties, then you might not want the intensity of a BFA program where the other thing about a BFA program is it's a very, very small group of students. It's oftentimes anywhere from 10 students to maybe 15 or 20, but it's very, very small. So again, if you're used to spending your time that way and that's your happy place to always be with those people, then yes, that's the BFA is for you. But if you're not the one that hangs out with the same kids from the theater group at high school, after school, on weekends, etc., then maybe a BA, because you want to broaden the people that you're exposed to in college.
Yep, I love that, your happy place. If your happy place are the theater nerds, that a BFA could work for you. All right, well, this is really, really helpful. I feel like this is one of, I mean, you get this question regularly, right? People honestly don't know the difference between a BA and a BFA. What can I do with one? You can do the same thing with them. The question is the path you take to get them.
Right. And the other thing to be well aware of is oftentimes the BFA program requires an audition for admittance, and it really doesn't matter how strong your academics are. The audition will drive the college decision. So it makes it extremely selective for every single school you want to apply to. And so you also have to decide, do I love this school and I'd like to be here regardless of whether I'm in a BFA, then you might want to be a BA program to ensure to have a better chance of admittance to that school.
Yep, very, very selective and a little bit unpredictable, because it's not always about the quality of your performance. It's about whether or not they're looking for someone like you, which is
very
super
good,
frustrating.
right? They need to have a well-rounded class where they know that students have opportunities and they can cast their shows.
That's right.
What they're looking for.
So,
right.
That's what it's all about.
Selective that way.
Yep. Well, this has been really illuminating. So thank you, Fay. This is a very specific area of expertise, and Fay is one of our counselors who have really, really great experience in this little niche, path that so many students are interested in taking. So thank you, Fay, for talking with me today.
My pleasure.